Congrats to Tom and Monroe. Won a pair of tickets to see the Lions take on the Green Bay Packers Thanksgiving Day, plus a pair of passes to the Lions VIP tailgate at Eastern Market. It's by the Bullseye Group. Lions VIP tailgate is back. All you can eat, an open bar, 3 hours before kickoff. Go to bullseyeeventgroup.com for tickets today. Name that Lion, the 3 clues. I think this narrowed it down pretty quickly. First clue, I played high school, college, and eventually pro football in the state of Michigan. That could have been you, John.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't you.
No.
Because the second clue, I played for the Packers and the Lions, which is a much shorter list. And the third clue, I'm currently part of the Detroit Lions radio network broadcast.
Where'd Dan Miller play high school?
Lomas is a Florida guy.
Yeah.
Dan never worked in Green Bay, I don't think. He did work in Washington.
He did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was in Washington when I was there.
So I always like to scan the ticket text during this, even though they can't win, they still text in.
Yeah.
My favorite guest this week was Bill Schrader. Just the nightmares of that signing. And that was one of the first Millen signings. And he was horrible here. It's like Matt Millen was watching. He was an analyst before he got that job here. And it was like because he watched Green Bay games with Brett Favre throwing him the ball, he thought Bill Schrader was good. No, it was Brett Favre. It's kind of like Ricky Prohl or somebody like that.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
You know, are those really good receivers? No, the quarterback made them.
Mm-hmm. Some of my favorite texts that were coming in early before we narrowed it down. Joik Bell, Aiden Hutchinson. John did get a little love on the ticket text.
Oh, all right. Yeah, got a little love on Twitch.
Charles Rogers. Jeff Backus.
When did Backus never played?
Never played for the Packers. But when the first clue
from
was
Georgia.
Yeah. When the first clue was high school, college, and pro, that's when we just started getting like all kinds of answers on the ticket.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Yeah, there you go.
Jeff Backus was a good player. I don't think anybody's taken more strays for being a good player on a bad team than him.
Yeah, certainly.
The answer, TJ Lang.
Yes. Good old TJ.
You
Guards.
That he made name that Lion before you did?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No. That's not a competition I feel like is a real competition.
I just think you're a competitive guy. I didn't know.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I got a little excited there when you said the first clue.
Oh, hey, maybe it's me.
Yeah, I was texting in myself. One of these times I'm actually going to send in a text to the ticket text line from here.
That'll be great.
See if you read it. It's going to be an unnamed ticket texter.
Careful with those. That can get you in trouble around here.
Oh, boy. Anyway, you're going to have another chance next Wednesday, and the Wednesday after that, we keep giving away Lions tickets until we're done with home games. Every Wednesday, name that Lion. All right, John.
Yeah.
Fun question for people to ponder. As you look at the NFC North standings today, you'll see the Lions are in first place. And you'll see the team right below them. Not the Green Bay Packers.
Oh.
It's the Chicago Bears. Who's the bigger threat?
Well, when looking at Chicago and their resurgence, starting off 0-2, and they are, 6? They've won 6 of their last 7. You look at their wins, and, okay, the Bengals, that was an absolute wild game. Costa loved them with the touchdown at the very end to win it. Should they have won that game? Probably not, but they did. Same thing with the Giants. And then you can look at the Commanders game, the Raiders game. Like there are just some games in there where you're like, wow, they're really living a charmed life over the last 7 weeks. Took a loss to the Ravens. It was in Baltimore. Mm-hmm. But you look at the rest of their schedule and you think, okay, well, they're playing a last place schedule. You know they're going to play the division games, right? They've still got the Vikings, which are actually going to play this week, which I think will tell us a lot about them. They've got the Packers twice. Obviously, we play them at the very end of the season. Niners, Browns, Eagles, Steelers. It's a little bit tougher than the last place schedule that you would expect a team to play. Mm-hmm. I don't think what they're doing is sustainable for the rest of the season. I think they're going to be they're better than I thought that they would be at this time of the year. And again, some of those are some dumb luck games. But as I mentioned with the Eagles, ugly wins are still wins.
The wins count, and the wins may be enough for them to get in the playoffs. I don't take them seriously as a threat in the NFC North. I just don't. Because to your point about sustainability here, yeah, they beat the Giants last week. The Giants have blown all of these double-digit leads this season, 4 in the month. In a month's time. Like, they just keep blowing these games, and Jackson Dart gets hurt. I mean, that fueled the comeback, really, to me, more than anything that Chicago did. Who have they beaten? Again, the wins count in making them in the playoffs, but forecasting ahead, projecting them to challenge for the division crown? Sorry, beating the Bengals, Giants, Saints, Raiders, Commanders, and Cowboys, that's not a murderer's row. Look, I'm not there yet with Chicago as a real threat in this division.
Let me ask you this. Because, I mean, it used to be, hey, defenses win championships, and we saw what the Eagles did last year with a really good defense. But it's more of an offensive-driven league. Mm-hmm. Are the Bears at the point right now where their offense is more reliable than the Packers' offense?
Yes, some of that is the injuries.
Right, yeah, the injuries to the receivers for the Packers. Obviously, they're tight
Kraft
end.
And Dobbs and the first round, the rookie didn't play last week on Monday night either. Golden.
Right. So you got to ask the question, are they better suited to win more games than Green Bay is? And I just went through the schedule for Chicago, but for Green Bay, all right, they've got the Giants this weekend, so they should get right. I think there's going to be something to be said for the division matchups. They got the Vikings twice still. Obviously, we play them on Thanksgiving. They've got the Bears twice, so we'll see that head-to-head.
Think about that. Green Bay still has to play 5 division games.
Mm-hmm. And they've got the Broncos, which is going to be in Denver, middle of December. And at the end of the year, right before they sandwich it between the Bears and the Vikings, both of those are on the road. They've got to host the Ravens. And I think we all know that the Ravens are scratching and clawing for every single win. That might be a must-win game for the Ravens to either win the division or actually get into the postseason. So I think the road might be a little bit more challenging, actually, for the Green Bay Packers.
Are you making the case that the Bears are the bigger threat in the North?
I don't...
Or is there no threat in the North?
I don't think you could say that, especially after the way the Lions played against the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to sit here and say there's no threat.
Well, then who is the bigger threat between the two? I'm still going to say Green Bay. They beat us once. I think their ceiling's higher. Their defense is better. I'm not overly impressed with the quality of the Bear wins. I don't know how sustainable it is. I will still go Green Bay. And I'm not terrified of Green Bay.
No, I trust Green Bay more, I guess, than I trust the Bears. But there's always a
there's always a
big
but. Is there, John?
I was trying not to say it. There is always a but. And, I mean, the but is the fact that the Bears and the Packers still have to play twice. And I'm very curious as to what Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson will do. Because, remember, Ben Johnson had a few things to say about Matt LaFleur when he first got the job in Chicago.
Are you taking note of what the Bears are doing? They're 6-3. They're tied for first place in this division. Of course, Detroit has the tiebreaker. They dropped 50 on Ben Johnson in week 2. Bigger threat, the Bears or the Packers, who are suddenly in third place in the NFC North. Got open lines, 248-539-9797. John's Power Surge in the next hour. It's 97.1.